Hello again, and welcome back to another fun-filled, maybe episode of Monday Night Magic here on the MTG Cast Network. I am Chewie. I am not any fun, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And that cough was Cluze, who is definitely no fun.
I am definitely no fun. Curmudgeonly, something, lawn, something.
Gnome?
You're adorable, though. And that gnome was Squee, who is...
Wait, I thought he was a goblin.
Well, he said the word gnome, so that
Yeah,
gnome...
I know, but it was... I know, but it was... Never
Shield of Elisvel does strange thing.
Yeah,
You never try it, not even once.
Bill is a little bit of fun, we have to admit.
I mean, I spent the weekend partying with nerds. Something.
Oh, so now you've burnt out all your fun, and you're no fun again.
No, I got a recharge today when I met some weirdo for lunch. It was cool.
Oh, was that after me?
Yeah, he showed up right after. You looked like you, though, so I just had
Wait.
the same conversation twice.
There's somebody after you?
I mean...
Yeah, we're that on topic. Yeah, I bet you guys can't wait to hear all the stuff we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, so let's dive right in.
Deckmaster game.
So we had 2 tournaments this weekend. They were Grand Prix, and actually both were won by someone winning their second Grand Prix, which is really weird.
Huh.
Neat.
And they both look somewhat similar at a glance. Damn, that's eerie.
Ooh-key.
So, apparently this is the last standard GP before rotation. Is that true?
That's what it said in the GP description.
Well, that's a dead giveaway then.
Well, I mean, pre-release is what, the 23rd-ish?
I have
So
no
that's
idea.
2 weeks from now?
That sounds accurate.
Let's see now. No. So there's this weekend, there's the weekend after, and then there's pre-release weekend. So
And the next GP is not until September 29th, October 1st.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you
Oh, yeah.
go.
So, end of standard.
And I think there's one Star City event. Yep, September 16th and 17th.
This standard is dead.
But that's modern.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
there
is
will be
probably
a
done on
standard.
purpose.
Wait, is it in Charlotte?
No, it's in Louisville.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a standard classic, but those only sort of matter at the best of times. So
That's like saying that there are F&Ms between now and then in the grand scheme of things.
yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much the last hurrah for this standard, which means
So don't be surprised if we don't dive too deep.
which yeah, my next sentence was going to be, which means that these deck lists, for all intents and purposes, don't matter.
Yelp.
Because
So
it's not
let's
like
talk
we're
about
going to be
who won.
building off of it or anything.
Yeah.
So let's see who won in Grand Prix Washington, D.C., which I'm going to guess did not actually take place in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, it was probably DC adjacent.
Oh, apparently it was in the Dulles Expo Center.
That sounds like a planeswalker.
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. This is how much free time we have on
Planeswalker
this
Dulles.
episode. Okay, there's Arlington. This Centerville, Chantilly. Oh, this is where the one I went to is. It was in Chantilly, which is, we'll call it DC adjacent, but only because we are extremely generous.
This is the one with the barbecue place in it.
That is how Cluze remembers places.
Yeah, well, look, you got to find food where. Yeah, Willard's barbecue. Yeah, if you go to this, okay, build a time machine. You ready? Build a time machine.
Uh-huh.
I
Go
will
back in
tomorrow.
time. Go to this GP. Go to Willard's barbecue.
Oh yeah, I ate there when I was at that GPDC I went to
Yeah,
years
see,
ago.
there
You're
you
right.
go.
He's right. It's really good.
Yeah.
I will use my time machine to go to a time when it's not during a GP, so there's no line.
Oh, hey, that's okay. Build a time machine. Go pick up Squee. Go back to before, after. Wait, just go pick up Squee. Go to DC.
Willard's barbecue. Yeah.
Go to Willard's barbecue.
I hope you have a space machine. Go to that time machine, because if I find out that you've like bought my place in 30 years to do this, like kudos to you, but also you should be doing something better with your time machine. Like just going and bringing that to me so I don't have to go anywhere.
That would be better. Yeah.
Time travel barbecue is the best.
I would like to point out that when looking at this map, I zoomed out a bit and I found the Flatlick Stream Valley Park, Flatlick Stream, and then Frog Branch Park. These are things that I see on this map. So let's talk about the actual GP.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, so Matt Severa won. Is that how you pronounce his name? It's how I'm pronouncing his name.
It is now.
That's how it's pronounced for this time.
Yeah, he was running Mardu vehicles. Because screw new standard, we're sticking with old standard.
That's right. Who needs it?
Wow, and this is like basically old standard.
Yeah. I guess the way to look at these now would be to, in passing, note that a lot of these cards will survive rotation. And a lot of them will go away.
Yeah, let's see. So what's rotating? It's Battle for Zendikar block and Shadows over Innistrad block, right?
Yep. So...
Yeah, so Thraben Inspector is gone. Thought Not Seer.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Avacyn.
Archangel Avacyn. And maybe a couple of bits of the mana base, the Shambling Vent. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck.
Yeah. So this may actually survive the transition. Oh, Nahiri's going to leave the board, but she's in the board, so that doesn't matter as much.
What's that she from? That's from Innistrad, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with Best Gideon.
Is he Best Gideon?
Well, for standard purposes.
Oh, okay.
Because we have other Gideons in standard. Like, he's not the best Gideon, because that's still Gideon Jura.
That's first Gideon. First Gideon was Best Gideon.
Gideon Prime, as it were.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Second place was taken by Collins Mullen. Is that right?
That is
what I'm reading.
It says Collins Mullen here, too, so I'm going to guess that that's not... Because every once in a while you'll see a deck, like a profile with last name, first name, but then the deck list is first name, last name?
No, Collins Mullen is from Durham, North Carolina. He used to play at Atomic Empire in Durham, North Carolina. It's a great shop. You should check it out, among other places in the greater Durham area.
Hey, we're going to have a listener doing I guess it's a PPTQ this weekend. He'll be there.
Oh, good.
It is a PPTQ. Hey, Kevin, sorry I can't come visit, man. We got stuff to do on Saturday.
In the park.
I blame the British.
Yeah, you should. So, well, he finished second. How about that?
Yeah, and his deck's going to lose a little bit more.
Yeah, he's playing green-white ramp, which gives me pause. Okay, I'm done pausing, but what is this deck? It doesn't matter because it's rotating out, so he's losing the Thraben Inspector, Linvala, the World Breaker, and Ulamog. Damn, all the big ramp targets.
Yeah.
And, wow, there's a Descend Upon the Sinful in here. Nice.
Yeah.
And Weirding Wood. The hell is Weirding Wood? Enchant land has tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Oh!
Yeah, it's the Investigate version of...
Like Overgrowth or something? I forget what it's called.
I used to know this. I used to know what this card was called. It's going to bug me. Doesn't matter. The one that makes 2 mana of any color when you tap the land.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to go away too.
Yeah.
It's going to lose its Shrine of the Forsaken Gods.
And it's
the Forsaken Gods going away means it's less important anyway, but still.
True.
Yeah, this deck's not going to be the same if it exists at all later.
Yeah. I mean, it's losing the big ramp targets, but it's not necessarily... Well, I guess it's losing Weirding Wood, but it's not losing any of the other ramp. And there is more different ramp, so...
Yeah.
The mana base is taking a hit, though. It's losing the Sanctum, the Seagate Wreckage, and the Shrine of the Forsaken Gods.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on? Third place. Let's see. How can I screw this up? Is this... Nope, I got nothing.
Yushuan Zhu?
Is it Yushuan? Okay, that's what I was gonna go
I'm
with.
probably wrong, but I'm just saying something.
So Yushuan Zhu is running... Or Zhu is running Mardu vehicles.
Yep. And this one's definitely losing stuff.
Yeah, this is way different than the well, not way different, but this is definitely different from the previous one. It's losing Best Gideon, Archangel Avacyn, the Thraben Inspector. I guess that's really it. It's losing the same stuff.
It's organized very differently in the page, but now that we're looking at it, it's very similar.
Yeah. I mean, it's got Gideon in the main instead of in the board.
Yeah.
And it's got the Archangel Avacyn and the Glory Bringer as opposed to just Avacyn. But yeah, other than that, it's basically the same idea.
Yeah.
Okay then. Fourth place. Oh my God, look at this. Corey. I never did learn how to say his name. Baumeister. Let's go with that one.
Corey.
Which is his how manyth freaking top 8 in a row? Is this 3 in a row? Are you
I believe
serious?
that was the case.
Or is it 4? It's either 3 or 4 in a row, but I have no concept of the passage of time. But he's running Mono White Eldrazi, which, yeah, is definitely going away.
Yeah, that's
Like,
done.
basically the entire creature base except for Walking Ballista is going away. Basically everything.
This one's done.
Yeah, no more of that. In what place was that? That was 4th. In 5th place, we have Bolun Zhang. Let's go with that. Playing Black-Green Energy. What in the hell is this expansion symbol on Nissa Voice of Zendikar?
Let's have a look.
Oh,
that
the
a dual
dual
deck?
decks version.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say that's the dual decks.
Nissa
Okay,
Ob.
then.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nissa is going away because she's from, Zendikar.
Yeah.
Well,
she's Oath of the Gatewatch.
That
but yeah.
card is from Zendikar. She's also from Zendikar, but that's not what we're talking about. Is she from Zendikar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one who broke everything and let the Eldrazi out to start with.
Yeah. But that was home. That wasn't like she showed up and did that. Right.
Right.
The Catacomb Sifter is leaving. The rest of the deck is pretty much energy based, so...
Yeah, I think this one will probably change. It might pick up some new tools from the new set, too.
Yeah, Grasp of Darkness is going away, but there's lots of...
There are other ways to
Removal.
kill stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, there are brand new things that fill the same slot at the same cost. So,
Oh,
Should
no.
be good.
We're losing Ob Nixilis Reignited. The Kool-Aid Man is leaving Standard.
oh no!
Oh,
no!
We're also losing Tireless Tracker. Oh, and a card that Cluze shouldn't mouse over.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been doing my best to try not to accidentally mouse over that, and I'm just so thankful that it's gonna be gone soon.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
that's-
see what they print that's going to mess with you next.
That's Transgress the Mind, for those of you that are playing along at home.
Don't mouse over it.
You should totally
Cluze
mouse
is
over.
going to get like an inside out dinosaur to make him sad. You're going to do something horrible.
God, that would make me sad. So let's see. In 6th place, we have Jose Neris running Ramanop Red, which loses, like
The Gorger?
the Gorger.
Falconwrath Gorger?
Oh yeah, okay. It loses the. That's actually a big loss.
Yeah.
A one
It's going to
mana-
lose some of its critical mass of 1-drops that do nonsense.
Yeah, 1 mana 2/1 that you can that makes your other potential 1-drops easier to play. It's losing Incendiary Flow.
Yeah.
That's it though. That
Which you can
one
bounce
drop.
back.
Yeah, the Incendiary Flow isn't even in all of the
Yeah.
builds.
The Gorger matters, but it may find a new super aggro 1-drop because we did see some before.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the deck sticks it out, but it very well could.
Oh, the collective spells are going away too. Those have been a major force in Standard since they were printed. Like Collective
Oh, yeah,
Defiance
the-
and Collective Brutality.
Yeah, the escalate spells, right.
Yeah, that's the word. Okay, then. But unless there are some pretty heavy anti-aggro tools in Ixalan, then the Ramanop Red deck will just thrive.
Yeah, it's the power of red. It either is burning everything or it's in a fireproof room. It's really hard to balance red against everything else, which is why usually red ends up on the short end of the stick,
Yeah.
so that other things can exist.
Which is sad, because if you've got red, what else do you need? Why do you need other stuff to exist, right, Cluze?
Yeah, well, you might want to splash a little white just, for Boros, but that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just recall the last time that red was super awesome, and then all they had to do to mess it up was timely reinforcements, and that just stopped it. They just print one card that hated an entire color.
And that was brutal, too. As someone who played red against timely reinforcements back then,
Messed up.
it was brutal, dude. Like, we're going to gain some life and get some dudes and punch you in the head, and might as well destroy some of my land while you're at it. I know it didn't do that, but it felt like it. It's just bad.
Yeah,
It pushes you out of range pretty fast.
Tear my playmat in half, flip over the
Yeah.
table, key my car.
Insult my mother,
Get me a divorce and I'm not even married. It's awful.
All that for what, 3 mana?
Yeah, it did a lot.
And if you need something to hate an entire color, you've already got me and the color's blue. So look, it's fine.
I like how Cluze is the red timely reinforcements, apparently.
He is, yeah. So it's in 7th place we have Bradley Yu running Teamer Energy, which I mean naturally this deck isn't losing much just because Energy was from Kaladesh, which is not
Yeah.
rotating.
Correct.
So I mean it's gonna lose.
It already feels like Kaladesh was a long time ago because we've had so many vehicle decks this year and so many bannings and all that, but it only came out a year ago.
Yeah, when we saw Avacyn earlier, I'm like, wait a minute, that's still in standard?
Well, I mean,
Seems like forever.
oh wait, no, she should still be in standard. Yeah.
She is, yeah, but I mean, she's going to rotate.
No, I meant if they hadn't changed the rotation,
Ah, okay.
if they hadn't caved to the rotation change, then she would still be in standard though. So
Yeah. Her lifespan was normal.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just much like you. I apparently have no concept of the passage of time.
hey, get used to it.
Do you?
I'm doing fine.
When?
I mean,
I have no idea.
and you'll have no concept of it, so don't worry about it.
Excellent.
Yeah. Looking at the board, Radiant Flames and Chandra Flamecaller are both going away. Those are big players in standard. Nothing much else in this deck. So to finish out the top 8, Robert DiMaggio is playing Mono Black Zombies, where Crypt Breaker is going away, which is pretty big because that's one of the things that makes the deck go. But I don't think it's I can't tell if it's super important. Kalitas is going away. That's going to be another huge thing in standard. Oh, Dark Salvation is out. Oh, this deck is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, there are other zombie effects, but that's the good one.
Yeah.
Or at least the most good one.
Still
there
not
are-
mousing over the sideboard.
There are multiple people who have called it the best card in the deck. So, let's see what
Yeah.
else is leaving. We've got nope. Oh,
I think
hey,
the rest of it's still
Transgress.
here.
Murder? What is that set symbol? That is conspiracy. Oh, okay. It's
Uh-huh.
an Eldritch Moon. Murder's going away. Huh.
We're going to enter a post-murder society.
No more murder here. So yeah, standard's definitely going to be very bizarre.
And that's before you add the pirates and the dinosaurs.
Yeah. So here, that's the top 8 of where are we? This is DC.
DC.
Ordinarily we would take a further look to see what the meta looks like, but it doesn't matter. So moving on.
There is no point.
Yep. Oh, how many people were at DC? 1566. Pretty good.
Yeah. Over their Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. And then in GP Turin. No. Did I close the wrong one? I did. Hang on. Reopening.
I believe you.
Excellent work.
Here we go. GP Turin, where there were 926 people playing. And hey, look, another second GP, Robin Dollar, playing Blue-Black Control with the Scarab God.
Oh, I wish that had showed up sooner.
I do too.
Because now we actually have to talk about it. That's different.
So,
Neat.
I mean, it's not terribly different.
Not terribly, but like the Scarab God, you guys. Check
Well,
them out.
yeah. So it's got your standard blue-black control spells: Glimmer of Genius, Supreme Will, Disallow, Negate, Essence Scatter, Censor, Grasp of Darkness, which is going away, and Fatal Push. It's also running 2 Flaying Tendrils, which is going away,
Ugh.
which is that's actually pretty big for this type of control deck as a 3-cost sweeper.
Yeah.
And it's running Torrential Gear Hulk, of course, and the Scarab God.
Hey, did you guys see that the Scarab God is in this deck?
Wait, what?
Head, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's interesting.
His head makes me uncomfortable.
It should.
Yeah. I wouldn't like his head either.
Okay, good.
Got like a mandible necklace here.
Buh.
Yeah.
It's losing 2 of its dual lands, the Choked Estuary and the Sunken Hollow.
Yeah.
Shall we fight to the death? No.
It's only going
to
to have the one left, right? Like the new one.
I don't know enough about mana bases in Standard to remember what's still in and what's not.
Yeah. I mean, there may be other stuff, but I think this is actually a consolidation for that.
Like the whole sideboard's falling away. Dispel, Liliana the Last Hope, To the Slaughter, Summary Dismissal, Kalitas. That's all gone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Admittedly, control decks also have to adapt to what everyone else is running anyway.
True.
So even if none of these cards went away, it would very likely change based on the new meta.
Oh yeah, control sideboards are always in flux. So let's see. In second place, are these in order? It looks like it.
I believe so.
In second place, Leon Vanderlinden is running Mardu vehicles. Very similar to previous lists. So moving on, Dario Parazzoli, let's say, is running a mono black zombies.
Yep, still going away.
Whoa, he's got a Triskaidekaphobia in the board. Sick.
That card's fun.
Yeah, it is. In what place was that? That was third. In fourth place, Marius Heuser. You know that. Is running Teamer Energy, which we have spoken about.
It should be fine.
In in fifth place, Andrea Sonzoni is running Approach of the Second Sun.
That's more fun.
Although this is losing some fairly important cards. Summary Dismissal is maybe not like super important, but it's going away. Immolating Glare, Blessed Alliance is pretty big in decks like this.
Yeah, I haven't looked enough at the new cards to see how well a deck like this would survive.
Yeah, there's no telling.
I'll let people who know how to do that do it.
Oh, hey, Sphinx of the Final Word in the board is also going away.
Oh, yeah, that's sad that the other Sphinxes get to hang out, but this one go.
Well, Final Word and all.
Mm-hmm. They got tired of its sass.
It's always good to see these goofy, weird decks make it.
Yeah. It's like if that last deck had actually, or that Zombies deck had actually gone all in on the Triskaidekaphobia, that'd be really fun to see in the last Standard Tournament. Even more fun if it turned out it came in 13.
Yeah, I was going to say, we wouldn't see it in the top 8, though.
Yeah.
So let's see. In next place, which would be what? I forgot where I stopped. Sixth place, Elaine Bardini is running a red-white vehicles, because who needs black mana?
Definitely a good choice of colors here.
Respectable.
Wow, check it out. It's got DePaula back in the deck. You remember when she was in the deck?
Been a while.
Yeah, and Veteran Motorist. Wow. But, yep.
DePaula is so much better at that windswept looking over things thing than Jace is.
She's nowhere near as dreamy, though.
I don't know. Of the two, I think I'd go with DePaula. She's a bit short, but, she's not Jace, and that's worth a lot.
Well, she could be the small spoon.
Yeah.
Or a rocket pack.
The rocket pack.
As I learned earlier today, that's apparently a thing. In seventh place, we have Christian Hawk. Let's go with that. Running Teamer Energy with the Scarab God. What?
Oh, I love that they snuck in at the end. It's great.
At the end of Standard, the Dark Gods will infiltrate decks where they just have no right to be. What?
This is Teamer Energy with the Scarab God. What? Is this just a mistake? Let's look at the mana base. No, it's got swamps. It's got Lumbering Falls. It's got an island. Sorry, Cluze.
Yeah.
Tangible Sanctum. Like, this is weird. It's got all the mana it needs to do this. Why? I'm sure there's a real reason. I'm just really entertained.
There's a cartouche of ambition in the board as well.
Yeah, there is. Because this is ambitious as hell. Oh, this is great.
4-color energy because Scarab God. Nothing else makes zombies. Why is he here?
Because the best Glory Bringer is the 5th Glory Bringer.
Maybe?
Or I guess in this deck it'd be the third and 4th.
One? Yeah.
But
weird. All right then. So finishing out the top 8, Simon Nielsen is running Jeskai Godpharaoh's Gift. Are you serious? What in the hell happened in the last week of Standard?
Well, I think it was mostly just, if not now, when? Let's do this.
True. So, I mean, we've seen this deck before with Gate to the Afterlife grabbing up Godpharaoh's Gift and doing ridiculous things. Maybe not quite this version. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just run through this. Insolent Neonate. That's going away, but it's, Insolent Neonate. Minister of Inquiries. Okay. Walking Ballista, Glint Nest Crane. Champion of Wits. Nice. Trophy Mage, which searches up the gate to the afterlife. Angel of Invention. What? And a hollow one. What? And Cathartic Reunion as a thing to make all of this work. Okay, so you're digging up. You're choking to death.
Don't do it.
So you're digging using all of these tools, either a trophy mage or a gate to the afterlife. And then I guess the rest of it is just to stay alive until the God Pharaoh's gift comes online. Because Angel of Invention is pretty alright, it's pretty good, but 4/4 base Angel of Invention's even better. Yeah, you're milling with the Minister. The Glintless Crane is digging. Champion of Wits is digging and coming back. All of these are coming back bigger. A 4/4 Glintless Crane is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
It's a big bird.
this is pretty cool. And we're losing the insolent neonate, but that's really it. Neat. Okay then. Well, that's a good way to end this off. So there you go. That's GP Turin.
Standard what was.
What was?
The standard that was.
That what? Anyway.
Voodoo?
Who do?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the standard.
Oh, right. I am the standard, it turns out. So, enough of tournaments because, well, they're done now until, I guess there's a...
We'll talk about the SCG one as the final one, but this is the last one of high stakes.
When was the SCG one? I forgot already. Was it next week or the week after?
I think you implied it was next week.
SCG schedule. It is... Nope, 16th to 17th. It's 2 weeks from now.
Oh.
Neat.
Okay, then.
All right. Fair warning, it is entirely possible that we will not record next week because there are no tournaments. There might be news, and if so, we will record next week.
Yeah.
Neat.
But we won't just record because preview cards. So remember that. Go to the mana pool for that.
Yeah, go to the mana pool for that. So, speaking of preview cards, hey, look, there's a card image gallery now because preview season has started for realsies and serious.
Yeah.
I thought it had started last week because Monday they were like, blah, here's all those leaked cards. And then Tuesday there were a couple cards. Wednesday there were a couple cards. And I'm like, why is there no card image gallery? Well, it turns out it hadn't actually started yet. This is very strange.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a
happy now.
super important card that was previewed today, so it's not yet in the gallery.
I'm going to guess that it's a red spell.
Yeah, it might be. Now that I think about it, yeah, coincidentally, it is.
Is it a reprint?
Nope.
Okay, then never mind. I was thinking of Lightning Strike.
Like I say, you were thinking of Lightning Strike, which is great.
That's
Big
pretty great.
fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
So where can we find this card that you're alluding to, Cluze?
Well, I happen to be looking at Mythic Spoiler, but I think it was, I can't remember whose preview card it was because it got tweeted much earlier today. So apologies
what's
to
the
whatever
name of the card?
It's Wily Goblin.
Yeah, that hasn't made it.
Excellent.
Like Dr. Wily?
That's what I'm hoping.
So what does Wily Goblin do?
I was gonna say here, I'll drop a link in the chat for you, gentlemen, and then I'll tell you.
I already searched it up.
Yeah, I am as well.
It is in the chat. Wily Goblin costs red, and you're playing red, right? For an uncommon creature goblin pirate who is a 1/1. Now I know what you're thinking. 2 red mana for a 1/1 does not sound very good. When Wily Goblin
screw you, buddy.
enters the battlefield, create a colors. I'm sorry. When Wily Goblin enters the battlefield, create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. I like it because it's a goblin pirate.
With a nifty getup.
It is quite a nifty getup.
Yeah.
Also, are the goblins on this plane somewhat monkey-like?
Like monkey-like? Yes, they appear to be.
They kind of look like Wizard of Oz monkeys sometimes.
I think this is the first goblin we've seen on this plane. I think.
I have not seen others, but I have not dug.
So it's a 1/1 for 2 that gives you treasure.
Yeah,
Yes.
which could matter because, other cards care about treasure, and it's red ram. Weird.
Neat.
I mean, the net effect is a 1/1 for 1 who's a goblin. So I can dig it. It's just great to see another goblin. That's all I'm saying. I, for one, welcome our new goblin overlords.
Monkey goblin overlords. Goblin monkey?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Goblin pirate. Yeah. I was actually happy when I was looking over this list, and for an uncommon dinosaur, the bellowing Aegisar makes me happy because it's an Ankylosaur, which is my favorite dinosaur.
Yours too?
Yeah, buddy.
Dude,
It's like a war turtle dinosaur. They're awesome.
Yeah, man. Ankylosaur was always my favorite when I was a kid. People, I like a T-Rex. I like a Triceratops. Well, you're all stupid. I like
You know what a T-Rex is? It's a blind scavenger. It's the best. Ankylosaur will mess you up. But yeah, the bellowing Aegisar, 5 and a white, uncommon, 3/5. Look for this thing in limited. It has Enrage. So whenever bellowing Aegisar is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control.
Dang.
So you want to start pinging a Fungusaur? This is it. Like, 5 toughness means that if you get a ping effect, you can pump your whole team with counters.
Can I say that again?
You can.
Dang.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those scenarios where I can see this showing up in a simple combo deck. I don't know about in standard because I haven't seen what else going to be in standard with it, but it's not that uncommon to find cards that are like remove a +1/+1 counter, deal 1 damage to target creature. And if you just give it indestructible and do that, this combination will make all of your other creatures infinitely huge. So be aware that random nonsense like that can happen. Maybe not in standard, but in someone's casual deck, and it's going to be really cool because they're killing you with a dinosaur.
I do like that the War Turtle card makes everyone else stronger. Yeah, that seems good.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
It also doesn't, because it's not actually a turtle, they didn't put a stupid drawback like only untaps every other turn or is stupid on it. If you steal this one for a turn, it stays stolen forever because it's stupid. Meandering nonsense.
All right, then. Oh my god, we've got the real Huatli. I missed it. Okay, I've only read the Planeswalker deck version, and she's kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read this now, because I've never seen this before, and I didn't realize it had been shown.
I haven't either, so go ahead.
So Huatli, Warrior Poet, for 3, a red and a white.
I like this.
Yeah, Legendary Planeswalker, Huatli. Starts with 3 loyalty. +2, you gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Okay.
That's a little questionable, but carry on.
Yeah, 0, create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample.
Now we're
Ship it.
talking.
0.
I will do that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Somewhat limit break. -X. Huatli Warrior Poet. That's a great name, by the way.
Yeah.
Warrior Poet. Deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Creatures dealt damage this way can't block this turn.
That is a beautiful thing.
Wow.
This is the greenest Boros Planeswalker I have ever seen.
Yeah, gaining life equal to creature's power is totally green. Making a free 3/3 is totally green.
With trample.
With trample, it's even a green 3/3.
Yeah. This is the greenest Boros card I have ever seen.
Although the -X is totally red.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's a red-white effect of, ping things they can't block. That's a thing. But this is really cool. Like, the +2 gain life thing, I mean, you're +2ing so that you can get more for your -X. And you're gaining life so that if you're in a bad spot, well, that's something. But realistically, I'm not envisioning a lot of scenarios where you don't play this card and either 0 to immediately make something to stabilize, or -X immediately prevent 3 of their blockers, attack and kill them.
Yeah. But it's good that the +2 is there so that you have that bit of extra survivability. We've already talked before about how the mono red deck just ruled the world for 1 week and then crapped out because people threw in a couple of cards with lifelink into their deck.
Yeah.
And that completely killed the red deck. So, not completely, but,
The challenge that this card's going to run into are the fact that it's on the same mana drop as a dragon. And that's tough sometimes. Like, this is a Boros card for when you expect the game to go longer, as opposed to when this thing shows up and it's killed a creature and is attacking this turn. I could see them both being in the same deck. Maybe you swap main to side based on what you're playing against. But this is certainly interesting. Like, the fear scenario is obviously if your red deck has started to peter out and this is supposed to be your stabilizer, but your highest power is like 2, then gaining 2 life is not going to fix it. Getting a 3/3 blocker might get you a turn, but if you just use this to constantly churn out blockers, you're not going to win that game. But in a deck that's sufficiently aggro with this at the top end, I could very much see it be I've dropped a bunch of guys, you've stabilized the board at, 7 life, and now you have no blockers and I kill you. I can very much see that.
I can also see it in some sort of red-white and some other color deck that just needs to buy like 2 or 3 turns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm seeing Huatli as maybe a 2 of. This is definitely not one of those you jam 4 in your deck planeswalkers, as I see it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I could see, 1 or 2 to round out the top, maybe used in conjunction with dragons or some other big beef things, because, there's nothing wrong with playing this planeswalker on like turn 7 or 8 after you've already burned through most of your stuff. But I don't know. Like, I'm interested to see it in play because this is cool. And this is the dinosaur planeswalker, which I respect. Dinosaur.
Yay, dinosaurs.
Warrior poet with dinosaur.
Denver.
I hope there's more dinosaurs. This can't be the last.
Are you hearing Bill blink out every once in a while too?
Maybe, but only like on a syllable here or there. It's not too bad on my end.
Okay.
Is it like vowels? Am I losing eyes already?
Possibly?
Oh, hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying all the legendary creatures in this set. This is fun.
The ones that I've seen, granted I haven't looked since Thursday because that's when we recorded the mana pool, are really neat and flavorful. Like we were talking about how Mavern Fane, the Dusk Apostle, he's neat and whatever, but his story is really cool. He's a vampire cleric, and he's steering his ship to shore by faith alone. What? But then there's the Blood-Crazed Paladin, who is a paladin vampire who undertakes the blood fast and then finally gives in to the hunger and murders a whole lot of merfolk. Just straight up, just eats their, faces.
Yeah.
So it's really neat to see like a religious order of vampires.
Yeah.
It's not a thing you think of in Magic, and that's
not
cool.
commonly in Magic.
Yeah.
I'm a little interested in the fact that we have green merfolk.
Yeah, and the merfolk are blue-green, which is weird.
I mean, if I was going to pick a second color for merfolk, it was going to be green or white. So, like, that's fine. It's just interesting to see these mono-green merfolk.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed that we have merfolk.
But they're the leggy kind, and they do things that aren't, tap to counter crap.
Yeah, they're more like moss folk.
No, we have moss folk already. There's dryads.
Yeah, they're in the set too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like an exchange program, like when Riker had to go get a Klingon ship or something.
That could be.
Also, every time I see Captain Lannery Storm over in red, I'm immediately reminded of that dumb Quaker meme from like 8 years ago.
Don't think I know that one. Oh, no, he's good.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, well, I have to, or you're not going to get the reference. I actually need a picture of this.
Oh, hey, did you see the, hey, Cluze, speaking of goblins, did you see the flavor text on Lightning Strike?
No, I don't think I did. Hold on, let me go check that out. Let's see now. The correct color, red. There we go. Yes. Oh, it's not in. Oh, no, there it is.
I was saying, it's on the card image gallery.
Hey, is that a goblin there?
I think it is.
Yeah, I like that.
I just love it. The flavor text is "Storm on the horizon, Captain." Grick Dubin. Last words. Oh, this guy. Okay, I know this
Okay.
guy. Yeah. I don't know what he was called exactly, but
I think they just call him the haha guy at this point in time. But yeah, that's just what I remember.
See, I see Captain Lannery Storm having such a good time that I'm reminded of actually I don't know why it reminds me of this, but what it pops into my head is Lieutenant Dan during the storm. Because it looked like he was having a blast.
Yeah. So, in terms of cards that are likely to actually matter, what do you guys think about Walk the Plank?
I think it's a very strange spell.
I mean, just to tell, it's black for a sorcery, destroy target non-merfolk creature. So,
yes, it's really weird.
It's a sorcery, which is important, but it's for a lot of decks, it's just going to be a straight up kill that. And at that mana cost, we don't get that very often at non-rare anymore. This will matter a lot for limited. It may see some use in constructed, depending on what the alternatives are.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. That was is that an uncommon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an uncommon good removal spell.
Nice.
Lately, they've been putting most of these straight up kill that efficient spells at rare. So
for 3 mana.
For 3 mana. Looking at you, Rotating Murder. And depending on the the density of Merfolk, this could become a very relevant card. So I thought that was neat.
I wonder if the card next to it will see much play. Vraska's Contempt, 2 black, instant rare, exile target creature or planeswalker, you gain 2 life.
Quite possibly. We've had, cards like that show up in Singleton before, and it's at about the right cost level for straight up deal with that for control decks. So, I mean, I could see it happening. I mean, again, I wouldn't see like 4 of them in a deck, but I could see 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And depending on the threat power of big cards, these giant dinosaurs or gods or something running around, this could matter. Like they'd say way to deal with gods.
That's true. That late breaking Scarab God Resurgence could be not a thing.
Yeah, and that deck could also run this if it really wanted to.
Also true. So, hey, what do you guys think of some of these nifty double face cards they've shown? There's only 2.
Those are cool.
There's only 2 in the card image gallery at the moment, which I find odd because I could have sworn I've seen like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I've seen more in official places. So
yeah, they just had one today that was spoiled. God, what was it called?
Hang on.
Conqueror's Galleon.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. This one's really interesting because it starts off as an artifact vehicle, costs 4 generic mana. It is a 2/10. It takes 4 to crew. When it attacks, exile it at the end of combat, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. So that's side 1. Side 2, when it's transformed, it now becomes Conqueror's Foothold, which is a land. It has tap, add a generic to your mana pool.
Nope.
I'm sorry, add a colorless to your mana pool.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, add a colorless to your mana pool.
Which will be admittedly less important in standard, but still.
Yeah. 2 generic and a tap, draw a card, then discard a card. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
4 generic and a tap, draw a card. 6 generic and a tap, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So this is a really versatile land once it transforms.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is going to be an EDH land.
Yeah, I was going to say, this feels commandery.
It very
feels
much
like
does.
A trading post.
Yeah, that was my first thought was, look, it's a giant ship that turns into a trading post land that draws lots of cards.
Yeah.
Neat. Yeah, the other one that I think was... Actually, I don't know where this one came from. This might not be official, so never mind. The picture that I was sent is really fuzzy, so never mind. But the other ones that are...
Is it Route to the Uncharted Isle?
No.
Because for some reason that's posted in the same page as the card preview, and it's really fuzzy looking, but it's obviously real because it's posted on the Wizards website.
Oh, okay.
So,
But yeah, we've got the Primal Amulet, which is an artifact that turns into a land. The Treasure Map, which is a artifact that turns into a land. Huh. This one that I was just not going to tell you about is an artifact that turns into a land. Is that what all these do? Do they all just turn into lands?
I think it's a cycle of cards that turn into land.
I had not noticed that they all transform into lands until this very moment.
I think that's the idea.
Observant.
I think all of the maps take you to land. And the Galleon apparently also takes you to lands. I have a feeling the Galleon's going to be the only one that does that, though. Like a vehicle that turns into something. It seems unlikely they do too many of those.
Who knows? We'll find out soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still really appreciate the art and style and all these things. So that's really cool. It's very dramatic.
Yeah. So we've got the promos and the B team, Planeswalkers, and stuff like that. So let's see here.
And the Great Lakes Planeswalker.
Pretty much, yeah. We've got Jace, Ingenious Mind Mage, and Huatley, Dinosaur Knight, which is not as cool as Warrior Poet. At least not to me. When I was a kid, Dinosaur Knight would have been way better.
It would have been a trademarked and double trademarked superhero.
But having read what this card does, it's like super duper narrow dinosaur tribal planeswalker.
Yeah.
And whatever. The Buy a Box promo is a very in-your-face Burning Sun's avatar. Oh my god. The Open House thing is a full art Walk the Plank, which is really cool.
Is that a goblin in the art?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah, look at that.
Yep. The League promo. So participate in a league, you get unclaimed territory, which is really cool. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap to add, it's a land, by the way. Tap to add a colorless to your mana pool, or tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Draft Weekend promo is Bishop of Rebirth. I don't know this card. What is this card? It's a Vampire Cleric. Hey, look, another one.
Yeah.
3 white, 3/4 with Vigilance. When it attacks, you may return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield.
It's a baby titan.
Wait, what? Say that again?
It's a baby titan. It's like a
it is.
streamlined sun titan that isn't broken. Yeah.
Huh. Well, how about that?
Because you've got the vigilance, you've got the digging something out when it attacks. You just don't have the being a 6/6 and getting that effect as soon as you cast it thing.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, is why all the titans were busted.
Pretty much.
So this is a more properly fixed version of that card. That will probably still do some crazy nonsense because that attack effect is really good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we've got F&M promos, which are double-sided foil tokens.
Yay!
Because this is the first of the new... Yeah, it says right there, the new Friday Night Magic promo system. Yeah, and each side, one side is treasure, with different, treasure art. And then one of them has a 2/2 pirate with menace. One of them has a 3/3 dinosaur with trample. And one of them has a 1/1 vampire with lifelink. Hey, look, double-sided tokens that are 2 different things.
Yay!
As we were talking about, the Manipool Dorks all got together this weekend and played some new Commander. And we noticed, I don't remember if this was while we were recording or not, that this is way better than Zombie. And on the other side, Zombie with hat.
Is that a thing that they put in those?
No, it's a thing that there was a double-sided token that they were giving out back in Innistrad Block. Which, I mean, it's neat that it was a double-sided token, but it was the same thing on both sides, just with different art.
I didn't remember that.
Really?
I remembered the double-sided ones where it was an angel on one side and a demon on the other because it came out of the Hell Vault. I don't remember a double-sided zombie and zombie with hat token.
Oh, well, that was a thing.
I mean, I'm sure it was. I just don't remember it.
I don't remember what the promo, what sort of promo it was, but it was a promo thing.
Okay. I mean, I'll believe you. Do not remember.
It might have been in a pre-release, maybe? I can't remember. And then finally, we have art for Basic Lands with Jace wandering around in the background.
Where's Jace? It's like Animalia pictures. Like 6 people will know what that is, but they'll be happy.
Fair enough.
Actually, Cluze. Scroll
Yes,
way
sir?
back up to those dummy, Great Lakes Planeswalkers, and just look at the art on Castaways to Spare.
All
Just
right,
look
all right.
at it.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I really like that art, actually.
Yeah, I do
Just
too.
because it shows a sad Jace, but I just like it.
No, it captures what it is perfectly in the art.
Yeah, it's a character that we all know and love, ?
Character we all know.
A character we all
Just
know.
had a losing battle, and here he is.
Yeah, and he's apparently trapped on this plane that he can't planeswalk away from. Hashtag the Manipool did it first. And he's pulled off his hooded cloak that is his trademark, and it's just laying there on the sand next to it while he hugs his legs, hugs his knees, whatever that stance is called.
Yeah, he's going fetal.
Yeah, and it's very powerful. Like, if I cared at all about Jace, this would hit me a lot more in the feels.
Yeah, like if this had
Yeah.
happened to like Elspeth or something, I would be sad.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I agree with that statement. If I cared about Jace, this would get me in the feels.
Yep. As it is, it looks like Jace is obviously having an absolutely terrible time, and it captures that perfectly. And the cloak in the foreground makes me think that Jace is going to stop being Spider-Man for 2 whole comics.
It's absolutely. oh, I see what you did there. It's absolutely gorgeous artwork, though.
Yeah, I like the pterodactyl in the background to remind you that he's on this plane too.
Yeah. Also, what you're not seeing just to the left, closer to the foreground, but off panel to the left, is a volleyball with stuff sticking out of the top of it and a face painted on it.
Like some kind of volleyball that's got like a Johnny's face on it. Or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bing Magic. It's actually got a Leonin's face on it, but
And a
No,
little
it's
behind that-
like a Meow Mix cat drawn on it because he doesn't know how to draw a Johnny because he's that sad.
exactly.
a little behind that is a Colombian Emeralds and a Senior Frogs. And again, there are like 6 people who will see the humor in that, but they'll enjoy it.
And behind all of that is the guy with the camera taking this picture and pretending not to help him because he's actually in a reality TV show.
I was gonna say, so it's like David Attenborough,
Yeah.
Richard Attenborough. Which Attenborough is it that makes the nature documentaries?
One of them.
Yeah, but we can't interfere with nature. Jason's like, I can hear you, Shh.
What we have over here is a wandering planeswalker. He appears to have gotten himself stuck. So while we could go over and help the little fella out, this is not the way. We have to make sure that nature takes its course.
Anyway. So yeah, that's promo stuff. Link is in the show notes for you to see all that yourself.
Yep.
There's a thing here that I'm gonna guess Cluze put in here.
Yeah, well, that's why my name is next to it.
I do not see your name. No, above that, the Judge Center.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hold on. That's why my name is next to that.
You know we have audio evidence showing that you just did that, right?
Yes, that's what makes it humorous. So, hey, a while back, for all you judge-like folks out there, a while back when Judge Center at Wizards kerploded, it went all kinds of toasty because, part of the database backend that made that go was being decommissioned. It's coming back. So we have a date for that, for the Judge Center coming back, and I want to say it's September something. Hold on, let me bring this back up. September the 12th.
Did you
Judge
not click
Center.
on it?
Yeah, well, I moved away from it in that tab. I'm sorry. So Judge Center will return on September the 12th. So judge.wizards.com for all of your Judge Center needs. So
Is this name real? Is the community manager for the Judge Network really named Sarah Mox?
honest to God, yeah.
Huh. Life is just too funny sometimes.
So there you go. It really only applies to you if you were a judge. But it's good news if you were a judge.
But since we love our judges here, that is good
And
news.
we do. We do. God bless them and all the work they do.
So now we have more stuff. Nope, that's it. Now we have to. Oh no. There's one more thing before we get to Moto.
Oh, this is going to take us a while.
It's sure. So you remember Magic the Gathering Arena, that new Magic digital next thing that they're being very about? Well, we finally get to find out all about it. September 7th at twitch.tv/magic at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. So while everyone in the U.S. is at work, except for,
watch it at work because you have no choice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the VODs will be up and it'll probably be on all over social media, and whatever they tell you will be barfing itself onto social media as soon as they say it. But still. So yeah, twitch.tv/magic, September 7th. That's this Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Figure out the others yourself. They're introducing MTG Arena with Jimmy Wong, Amaz, the Hearthstone and apparently now Magic streamer, and Gabby Spartz. So there you go. If you would finally like to know what the hell, which I know I would, they will tell us what the hell, in theory. I'm presuming that they'll be streaming this like with gameplay footage and not just sitting around telling us about it. I hope there's actual gameplay. Otherwise, I will be sad.
Yeah. Well, there's a possibility that they'll just tell us this and they'll show a little bit more over the weekend at HasCon. But
possible. It says tune in blah 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 to see the first look at Magic the Gathering Arena, which could just be screenshots for all we know. Like yeah. But they will also have Ixalan previews to sweeten the deal because they know that not enough people care about just Magic Arena.
Right.
So there you go.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on. Now it's Magic Online stuff, right?
Yeah. So it's Tuesday. So I've actually got current news.
Yay! Crazy.
Yay.
Hooray!
So, just as my general note, this stuff is what's going on right now. I'm skipping last week's news because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So we're just skipping straight ahead to this one. And next week I will not talk about this because we'll be back to Monday. So the Modern Cube is beginning tomorrow. So we're going to be done with our flashback, cool stuff. And they're going to jump into Modern Cube because they pull out the cube whenever we're about to go into a new set. So Modern Cube comes back and we've got a link to the Modern Cube event and card list right here in the show notes. We've also got, I believe, a link to a discussion on the decisions that went into the Modern Cube, which was unraveling on Reddit.
Yeah, it's a Q&A with the cube's designer, apparently.
Yeah. So we got some of those. I am not going to go down the list of all the cards in this cube. I assume if you care about it, which you might, you can take a look at it because they give you a breakdown of what cards came in and what cards left since the last time, as usual. And then they've also just got here's the full list. So you can certainly go over that if Modern Cube is your jam. Just be aware that that's popping up this week. So there will also obviously be a corresponding update and downtime for that. Continuing on, as I mentioned last time, they've started the Vintage Leagues. So if you want to get in on that, there's some information in the weekly announcements. The Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet Sealed Mox Open is this coming Saturday the 9th. So if you want to, jump into the Magic Online Championship Series, that's when it's happening. It's your opportunity. You don't need, just because I've not talked about these things in forever, you don't actually need an invitation or pro points to join this one. It's not like the ones where you have to pre-qualify for it. But if you win, you then have access to the actual Magic Online Championship, a Pro Tour, and Pro Tour Challenge event at that Pro Tour. So there's stuff on the line here. You can read more about it from the link in the show notes. Likewise, this coming Sunday is a Modern PTQ. So again, normally I don't mention these things because by the time they pop up, they've already happened when we record, but I'm just telling you these are going on. And they're bringing back the Magic Online format challenges with Modern, Vintage, 1v1 Commander, Legacy, and Pauper. So neat. And That's actually pretty much it for Magic Online news right now. So we're in that little spot at the end of a Magic Online series where they know we're about to go into a new set. So they give us the cube. They throw their last, hurrahs for the formats right before the rotation. So keep an eye on that. But otherwise, that's it for Magic Online.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yep.
So
Dare we start wrapping up?
I think we dare.
Dare we?
We dare.
Okay
So,
then.
Verily, friends. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at SqueeGoblinDabob. There's no I in Goblin because apparently when I'm recording this week, I'm dropping packets and all of them have the I in them. So unfortunate, lost in the internet. Maybe it comes back later. We'll have to keep an eye out. Ooh, that was not intentional. Bad judges, bad. And past that, I did go to DragonCon. I had a lot of fun at DragonCon. I got to go to the Good Eats panel, which was a lot of fun, and they announced that they're going to be starting Good Eats up again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. It's going to be coming back in the spring. So if you are into food or nerdy things, then you might want in on this because
Preferably both.
Yeah, preferably both because they go well together. If you're not familiar with Good Eats, because a lot of people apparently weren't, which is fair. Like if you don't watch Food Network, you may have never even heard of it. The main concept behind the Good Eats TV show is that you have Alton Brown who is teaching you the history behind foods or cooking tools or processes or whatever. You get the history, you get, actual ways to use things, demonstrations and all that. But it's presented kind of like you're watching an educational program for children. So it's not just someone talking at you. Like there are vignettes, there are cutaways, there's comedy, and it actually is remarkably entertaining for an adult. It's also done with a lot of experimental camera work. They do something new every episode. So if you're into neat and challenging cinematography, that's all great. The crew on it have gone on to do a lot of amazing other stuff. Like one of the people that was on it before is Lucky Yates, who he went on to do Archer and is the voice of Krieger, and he's done a lot of other amazing roles that are very entertaining too. So it's a very talented group of people, and they're bringing back the show. I'm looking forward to that. Feel free to look up a little bit more on that if you like cooking, you like food. If you don't care about cooking but still like to know things, it's a really good show for that too. So I enjoyed that. I will say that watching the cast of Next Generation that were available at DragonCon is really entertaining because they've all checked out on caring about who they offend, who they make fun of, what's going on at conventions. They know this is their life now. And the woman who played Deanna Troy is quite possibly the most done person I have ever met in the world of con celebrities, because at the very opening of the panel, they were looking at the back notes on their cards, reminding them that what they're doing is being recorded and broadcast to hotel rooms across the hotel. And she's like, really? So people could be seeing this anywhere? And they're like, yeah, anywhere. So behave well. And she immediately shoots the double bird at the camera. Just immediately, no hesitation. She then takes a look around the room and goes, could you all see that? Hey, you people behind the camera, could you see that? No, sit in the aisles. She just directs them to create a fire hazard, right there. She does not care. And in the various conversations, she referred to one point where they were talking to people and, fans or whatever. And at one point, some fan told her that she looked like she'd put on weight since the show ended. So she punched him in the face and then walked away. And she essentially summed it up as, whenever you think of Deanna Troy and how patient she is, that's not me. And it was a very entertaining panel. If the videos of the Next Generation panel pop up on the internet, you should definitely watch them. Really entertaining. Brent Spiner is also perhaps one of the cattiest people I've ever met. So look forward to that. You want sassy Data, you're getting sassy Data. But it was all pretty entertaining. DragonCon's a big, fun, nerdy event. The Nathan Fillion panel is also worth tracking down because Nathan Fillion is probably the most charismatic man in the world when he wants to be. So that's pretty awesome. So I had a lot of fun at DragonCon, and I recommend people who've never been to, big conventions to you don't have to go to Dragon Con. It's huge. It's not for everyone. It's got a bajillion people in it, and many of them are in funny outfits. But be willing to check out cons once in a while if you haven't, because they're a lot of fun.
I mean, they could be in funny outfits, or they could be sailing over the crowd.
Yes, you could be the interesting man who dressed up like a ship captain and made a boat and put this up on giant blue stilts with some water around it and proceeded to walk around like 9 feet off the ground so that he's sailing above the crowd no matter who's in it, and casting his fishing line and talking to people and hamming every moment of it up all the way through. Like, that's the kind of weird stuff you get at Dragon Con. So definitely a lot of fun. Try a con at least once. It might not be your thing, but you'll be glad you at least saw it. So that's about it for me. So go forth, Cluze and Science.
All right. So a couple of things real quick. The first one is I managed to finally find a Nintendo Switch. It's taken all this time. I was not going to pay scalper prices for it. I was not going to pay bundle prices for it. I was going to wait until I actually found one in a retail store just to buy. Finally, after all this time, I have my Switch, and I've been so busy I literally haven't had any time to plug it in the 3 days since I got it. And that's not going to change anytime soon, because tonight at midnight, Destiny 2 drops. So we need to wrap this show up so I can go do that. So I guess I'll keep the rest of this short. There is at least one random discard episode that is currently in the editing process. We're recording another one this week. The turnaround on that one should be hopefully fairly short so that it's topical, because we're talking about BoJack Horseman, and the next season of that drops at the end of the week. So we want to try and get it out just ahead of that. So if you want to hear Rich and I's thoughts on BoJack Horseman, that's coming soon. Other things, if you want to get a hold of me directly, your best bet is the Twitters. I'm at Lacluyze, spelled just like it is in the show notes. That's, I think, everything that I've got. Question mark? Yes, I think that's it. Take it away, Chewie.
Where am I taking it?
You're taking it home, buddy. You're taking it home.
Taking it to Manipool.
Yes.
So I'm not taking it to the limit one more time.
Okay. Yes, you are.
Just once.
I know I'm old because I just made an Eagles joke.
That's how it works. I mean, you could have taken it to the Prairie Dog City, but whatever.
To be fair, I am not an Eagles fan, so I guess that get at least a point back for that. I know I couldn't take you down to the Paradise City because I just saw Guns N' Roses a few weeks ago, and that would just be weird.
And that's why I said Prairie Dog City, because it's weirder.
Now you're just weird. So, this weekend, the previous weekend, the Maniple Dorks gathered and played Magic together, all 4 of us. It was brilliant. For those of you that are expecting, yes, we recorded live episodes. For those of you that are expecting it to go up anytime soon, don't.
No.
They go up when we take a week off. And we're not going to take a week off because it's preview season! Yes! So, you'll get them eventually. We recorded 1 game of Commander 2017, which was suitably epic. And we recorded, I think, 2 games of archenemy Nicol Bolas, which were decidedly less epic than the Commander 2017 episode. Yeah. So we have 2 live episodes in the can to go up when we decide to take weeks off. So rather than just not getting content, you'll get, some relatively timeless games. Yeah. So let's see. This weekend was bizarre, man. On Labor Day, the day when, normal non-retail people get a day off and get to sleep in, I had to wake up at 6:30. I sent a message to Bill and Cluze after I'd been awake for an hour about something, and Cluze was like, "Did you really send that message at 7:30?" I was like, "Yep." "What? You should sleep." I'm like, "Yep." Thank you for the concern, by the way, Cluze. That's very sweet of you.
Yeah, I'm worried about you, buddy.
Yeah. I was like, how about this? I'm usually the one who gets to, sleep in because if I'm not driving, then I just get up when I feel like it so I can then work all day and night. And the first person who thinks, must be nice, you go to hell. I bet you people who have to get up early, I bet you get to go to bed at a decent time. Must be nice. Anyway, So yeah, the one day when everyone else gets to sleep in, I had to get up at balls o'clock in the morning and go driving around for 2 things, one of which was worthless. So I had to do it again today, which means I got to see Bill. Yay!
Woo.
So yeah, that's been my life. It's been work really hard, don't get caught up, and then drive a lot. So I apologize for the lack of any sort of content that you're looking for, because I'm sure you're looking for the stuff that I haven't done yet, and I know. But in good news, I had like a 7-hour drive I was supposed to do tomorrow that isn't happening. So maybe that means I can use tomorrow to actually record a bunch of stuff that needs to be recorded. Yes. God, I hope it works. I really hope it works. It'll be my luck that like my power goes out for 10 hours or something just to spite me. Anyway. So yeah, I will shut up now. You can find all of the things I do. Just search for the Mana Pool. If you want to find themanapool.com, I just gave you the address. That's where you can find the archive of the Mana Pool podcast, which has been going for damn near 10 years. Sick. If you would like to check out the YouTube channel, that's youtube.com/themanapool. I will very soon finish up the park. That's the first plan for tomorrow, is to record the final episode or 2 of the park. That horror, trippy, walking simulator style game that I've done 3 episodes on that was really creepy. Yeah, I hope to record the end of that tomorrow. Hope. I also need to do some Hearthstone. I have to finish up the solo adventures for Knights of the Frozen Throne and then face the Lich King himself with all 9 classes. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to make videos out of that. I really don't want to put up 9 videos of the Lich King. So those might require heavy editing, which takes more time, which means I will fall further and further behind. I have a new friend who is desperately bothering me to play West of Loathing, either for stream or for YouTube. And I've already installed it. It's installed, so that's the first step. If you have any idea if West of Loathing should be streamed or recorded for videos, let me know. Like, which one would be better? Because I can't tell. I got nothing. So please, seriously, let me know. Poke me on Twitter or something. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's @themanapool. If you want to see what I stream, it's twitch.tv/themanapool. It's really quite simple to find me. And if you want to help support what I do with all of this nonsense, then please check out the Patreon at patreon.com/themanapool. Bet you didn't see that coming. Where you can get stuff early. You can get the odds and ends, which I am, again, gonna find the time to start running through those. I've realized I try to play at least a few games of Hearthstone and or Heroes of the Storm every day, just a couple. So I might as well be listening to odds and ends while I do that. And that revelation really made me go, oh, because usually that's what I do to calm down at night. Like when I'm finally done working, I'm like, I'll play 2 games of Heroes of the Storm and go to bed. So why not, while I do that, keep working and listen to some odds and ends and get those up for you guys, because I'm miserably far behind, and I apologize very much. But I'm far behind in all aspects of life right now, except for recording podcasts. Still do that every week, for the most part. Because otherwise I wouldn't get to talk to Bill and Cluze, and that would make me sad.
Oh.
It would be a sad thing.
See? Oh, and you can get your name on the Slate for every video that goes up in each month that you support at that tier, if you like, on the Patreon. So yeah, I'm really tired and still have to post the show tonight. So I'm going to wrap this up. So, as always, a big thank you to Bill and Cluze for joining me.
Woo!
Yay!
And this has been the suitably palindromic Monday Night Magic number 575. Thank you all so very much for listening, and the Ride a Dinosaur.
Na 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 na. Pulled from YouTube.
Ha 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 ha.